Are you tired of going on big loss streaks like this? Sometimes all you need is a good rune page to really up those win rates. Statistically, most players are taking poor runes on their champions. Today, I'm going to show you how to know when to take the right runes into the right matchups, and how you can use that to go on big win streaks. Let's get right into the video. The first rune set I'd like to discuss in this video is the Fleet Footwork rune set. This rune set allows you to control Kassadin like the goddang ZGMF-X20A Strike Freedom Gundam. Watch in amazement as Kassadin maneuvers through champion abilities, minions, and walls while killing enemies with sheer precision and grace. This rune set is a Kassadin player's dream, and let me tell you why. The increased movement speed from Fleet Footwork will allow you to escape otherwise deathly scenarios in the nick of time. Now, let's get right into the rune page. So of course, to start things off, we go to the Precision branch. It says become a legend. After all, you're already a legend for checking out this video and playing some Kassadin. Next we take Fleet Footwork, otherwise how else would we have those godly maneuvers? Then we take Triumph, Legend Bloodline, of course we are a legend. This is required for the announcer to say that you're a legendary after you get your pentakill. And then finally under the Precision branch we take Coup de Grace. Moving into the second branch, we take Domination, because you're gonna absolutely dominate after using this rune page. Of course, no pun intended there. Then Taste of Blood. And finally, Ravenous Hunter. You'll be doing a lot of hunting in this game. Finish things off, we'll move to the 3 stats. What I like to take is the 2 offensive runes and then scaling health as a general, and then if I need defenses or MR, I can add those into my builds in case I'm against a tough matchup. Alternatively, you could just take the 2 armor or 2 MR runes if you do not want to modify your builds. So of course, to give you a little bit of insight on the rune page, it's wise to use this to help you dodge between enemy abilities and use it to help sustain in lane. The lifesteal branches can be used in lane along with Corrupting Potion to out-sustain your opponent and scale into the late game. You can also use the added movement speed to dodge the vital skill shots and do your opponent in. I recommend this rune page into almost any matchup, so if you're unsure who you're going against, or if you're against a long ranged matchup, it works well, and it still does work well into the close combat matchups too. This is my preferred rune page and the one you'll see me use in most of my games, although sometimes I do switch it up depending on the matchup and the people on the enemy team. Now I'd like to take this time to discuss the Electrocute rune setup. I like to take this rune setup if I'm confident I can get an early lead. I noticed that Electrocute has higher early dominance than any other rune setups, and works good for melee matchups. You can take the sorcery branch secondary like so, and even swap for Nullifying Orb if you're against an ability power matchup like Echo. If you really want to crush the lane early, you can take the 2 damage runes. However, if you're against a tougher AD matchup, you can opt for double armor, or even take the Resolve Tree instead. The same is true with magic matchups, you can take Magic Resist instead. Right here versus Echo, I'm trying to illustrate some of the early damage you get from the Electrocute rune. Watch how if I use my W, I can proc Electrocute and do tons of damage. So the first thing I do is auto attack him, then use my W to reset and try to get another auto in. As you can see, after this trade, Echo is quite chunked and we're only a level 2 Kassadin and we did that much. I hope this illustrates how good of a rune Electrocute can be in the early levels. It can let you stomp your lane, snowball hard, and 1v9. Even into hard matchups like Aatrox, because of Electrocute, we're able to pull off healthy trades and assert our dominance. Electrocute works so well with Kassadin because of his W. Electrocute procs when you hit 3 abilities or auto attacks, so because of his W, you're able to auto attack once, then use his W to reset it, then hit another auto attack or ability and proc Electrocute. Some matchups I recommend playing Electrocute Kassadin into if you don't want to play so passive are Aatrox, Zed, Yasuo, Talon, Echo, Fizz, and Diana. Alright guys, for the remainder of this video, I'll be doing my Mel fight montage. Okay, you got me, not really, but when you use this new rune set, you'll be thinking that you are Mel fight. Now we'll be discussing Grasp on Kassadin. Grasp of the Undying, or sometimes called Grasp of the Malphite, was a once popular rune setup. So, is it still a useful rune setup these days? yes and no. Basically what it comes down to is if it's a matchup you're really going to struggle against and you don't think you can win any other way or even just survive the lane, then you're probably going to want to take Grasp for that added sustain. Also, Grasp only works generally well versus melee matchups. So we take Shield Bash, Second Wind, and Overgrowth. Then moving on to the second tree, under Domination, we take Taste of Blood and Ravenous Hunter. Finally, for our 3 stat runes, we take Adaptive Force, Armor, and Scaling Health. Of course, you can adjust the Scaling Health and the Armor for Magic Resist or Double Armor if you prefer, but I think this is a good general setup for people looking to use it. These days I almost never run the Grasp runes because I find it really underwhelming and I find it hard to carry with it. You just don't do so much damage, and more often than not I find people getting away with 1 HP. Thank you so much everyone for watching the video. If you have any questions, or do not agree with something I said, or have other ideas, please share them in the comments below. I encourage conversation, and I'd rather someone point out one of my mistakes than to teach something that is wrong. Just make sure you are polite about it. I wanted to thank you all for your ongoing support. Today we reached over 300 subscribers. I did not think we'd get so many so quick. If you want to get more involved, check out the link to our new Discord server in the description below. In the Discord server, you get the latest video updates, can discuss strategies and thoughts of others. Players can give feedback on my current videos and even suggest new video ideas. Thank you so much for viewing everyone, and I hope you have a good day. And remember, you are null and void.